It's Ash from Super Videos back for another live Q&A. This is Q&A number 213. So, as always, we're going to jump right into the questions as soon as more people show up and ask questions. I do have a few announcements for the channel that I'll leave until later on. But for now, first things first, just verify that you can hear me and that there's no lag. Everything is good. If everything is good, go ahead and ask your questions and we'll jump right into it. King Ken 214 first, and then you said, I have a theory. What's your theory, man? Glad you could join, by the way. I'm just gonna open it on my phone just to make sure we're good with the audio. King Ken 214, it's that. Okay. Just kidding. I hope you're kidding with that theory. King Ken, you know how Michonne found her daughter who will take that story? I think they can really give that to anyone. There's no setup. Like in the comics, there was setup for it, and that's why it kind of worked. Everything came together. But in the show, there's no setup for anything. So it could be Daryl finding a relative of his. It could be King Ezekiel finding someone he knows. It could be anything. Like, because they haven't really built it up or set it up, they can't really do anything with it. They don't necessarily need to do it either. They can, not that they need to skip it because it was a big thing, but, or not even big, but it was a pretty interesting story arc. So not that they should skip it, but they can give it to pretty much anyone. And it doesn't really ruin the story that much. Like, there wasn't really that much story to begin. It's just like one very simple story. Someone reunites with someone that they lost before or when the apocalypse happened. So as long as it satisfies that, it doesn't matter who they choose. All right, while we're waiting for more people to show up and more questions, I'm just gonna check something real quick just to make sure we're all good. Leo Novoa says, hello, how are you? Glad you could join. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention though, I started calling these live Q&As live dead talks. I thought that was a pretty catchy name, so we're gonna keep calling the lives live dead talk. You know, live TED Talks or TED Talks in general. So live dead talk, I thought that was kind of interesting to go with that title. But yeah, we'll wait for more people to show up and then I'll talk about the announcement a little bit. I did talk about it in my other video, but I'll jump into more details about, you know, what's going to happen on the channel going forward. King Ken 214 Q&A, where's Rosita? Yeah, I don't know. Like, she should be there, but she's not. I don't know what they've done, but I know she had to film something. Like, the actress had to do a show, or not a show, but she had to film for a movie. So she's gone, but um, in this story, it's ridiculous because it's like she's not. But yeah, going back to the Rosita question, I think it's stupid that she's not there. She should be there, but I don't think she's there, and I have no idea why. Well, in the story, I mean, we know why. Like I said, because we know the actress is. Animated Alex, man, sucks. We can't get a Gregory movie. LOL. I won't be or I wouldn't have been interested in a Gregory movie anyway. So I'm glad we don't get one. Leo Novoa, this I don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name right, but I'm just gonna call you Leo. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. Leo says this is so old, but what do you think about the theory of Tara and Ozzy already knowing each other when they first saw each other? They stared at each other for a while. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I don't think they were staring at each other. I think that Tara was just shocked to see him, just in a general sense. He came out of nowhere. I don't think there's any backstory. I don't think there's any connection. Even if there was, what's the point? They didn't do anything with it. They couldn't have done anything with it because Tara was gonna die. You know what I mean? Or both of them were gonna die. I mean, so I don't think there would have been a point if there was a connection, and I don't think there was a connection. Animated Alex, you're buffering. I restarted my stream. Hopefully that fixed the buffering, but we'll see. If it's not good, we'll restart it again. But I think we're good now. It's yellow on my end. Yellow usually means it's okay. Green is the best, but yellow means it's okay. As long as we're not in the red, I think we're fine. I'm looking at the stream now, like what you guys see, and the quality is really low for some reason. It's not like that on mine. So I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like live. Maybe afterwards the quality will be good. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know if it gets really bad. Animated Alex, sucks that Tara died not knowing if Heath is alive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when Heath is gonna come back, if ever. So I don't think they could have waited for that story to end because I don't think Heath is coming back to the show ever. So King Can, just remember, or yeah, wait, you all remembered the black lady that died at the CDC with the doctor, not racist, I'm black? Yeah, I remember the lady. She decided to die with him because they didn't think that there was any future, right? So yeah, I remember her. Um, Leo, do you think that Andrea's bite in the comics can be adapted for Rosita? Sorry for my English. I'm Brazilian. No worries, man. Your English is pretty good. Could they give Andrea's bite moment from the comics to Rosita? They could. She was one of my choices as to who could get that. But I think there's 3 more people that are in line that could get that. Definitely Rosita is one, Ezekiel is another one, and Carol is a third one. It depends how big they want it to be. If they want it to be a big death, like the comics, they have to go with someone like Carol. If they want to go medium, they can go with Ezekiel. Or, yeah, Ezekiel. If they want to go low tier character or one that is a safer one, Rosita could be one to get that. Animated Alex, another problem Fear has is that they don't know who to kill off in the show, and no death serves a purpose. At least The Walking Dead knows who to kill mostly, and serves a purpose to the story. I completely agree with you. Classic examples of that are Travis, Madison, and Nick, and Chris in a way. Basically the entire Madison or the entire Clark family. You could make the case, I've talked about this before, but you could make the case that the actors and actresses wanted to leave in those instances for the most part, but that doesn't justify it. You know what I mean? That doesn't justify you not building up the story, right? And still giving them a proper ending, like the characters, and for it not to feel like it's out of the blue and rushed. I'm sure that they didn't realize that the actor or actresses wanted to leave like a few days before. They knew this information in advance, so they could plan for it. They could set up the story for their end. They could build it up the proper way, which is not really what they have done so far. As far as the actors and actresses that wanted to leave, others like the people that they chose to kill off, they did a terrible job with as well. King Ken, Alex said the F word Fear. Yeah, the F word is not allowed on the channel. Fear is okay. King Ken, Fear sucks. Worst show ever. Yeah, it's up there. It's up there with the worst show ever. Animated Alex, funny that we know Commonwealth and CRM are big places, but we haven't seen them in the show or movie yet. Yeah, and it's interesting that we haven't seen them before. Like, why is it that, or CRM specifically, why is it that it's only the last 3 seasons that we've seen them? You know what I mean? I get it that they didn't plan to do that before, but I'm just saying from a world perspective, like in that world. And this is nothing against the writers. Like, you can't plan things that far ahead. But in that world, does that mean that the CRM didn't exist until recently, or they were more secretive about it and now they have ventured out into other parts of the country? But yeah, it's very odd, I would say, that we haven't seen or heard of Commonwealth and CRM until now. Leo, in your opinion, where is Cindy? She disappeared after the time jump. Yeah, I have no idea. I really wish they would stop doing this, where a character just leaves and comes back. You know what I mean? They need to explain it in a way that makes sense. It's not like the world is so big that we're like, oh, she's probably in this community that's far, far away. No, that's not the case. The communities are recently close. And even if they weren't close, we've seen Oceanside. She wasn't at Oceanside. You know what I mean? So they need to do a good job explaining it. If she comes back with Maggie, I'll be like, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't think that's where they're going with it. Is it possible that she left to do something? Like Maggie left to do something, but they're not together? Yeah, that's possible, but they could have referenced it. They could have said something. You know, it's just too random because they haven't said anything about it. So if she just shows up out of the blue, we're like, where was she? Why didn't she show up until now? King Can, the movie's probably not coming out till 2022. I think even more than that. Like, they said 2021, I think. That was the original plan. That's obviously being pushed back. So I think 2022 is being optimistic. Animated Alex, man, I want a Eugene movie, lol. I think a miniseries would be fun. With Eugene, Rosita, and Abraham before they found Rick's group. That would be an interesting story, but there's a lot of things that doesn't work. None of the actors and actresses look like that anymore. They've changed quite significantly. And also, you know, they needed to be more than just us seeing those characters again in that timeline. They needed to be something significant, something that makes sense, that fills some of the gap in the story, which I don't think there is too much gap in that part of the story. So it would be interesting, but then again, maybe for like an episode, not an entire movie or a series. Giuseppe De Rosa, yo, I'm late. No worries, glad you could join, Giuseppe. Giuseppe, who's the smartest leader on The Walking Dead? Smartest leader on The Walking Dead. I would say, let me just fix something here real quick, and then I'll answer that. Yeah, I don't think I can change this. I think I realized why the quality is low. But I can't change the setting right now unless I shut it down and restart. But I'll fix it for the next one. If I forget, someone remind me at the end of the stream to fix the setting to get the quality fixed for next stream. Going back to your question, who's the smartest leader? I would say smartest leader. I would say Maggie. Look what she's done with Hilltop when she was there. How she transformed it. I would say Maggie's a pretty smart leader. Who else? I would say the CRM's leader is a smart leader. You know, to get it to that point. But yeah. Those two would be one that come to my mind. And obviously Rick. Rick is obviously at the top of the list. Or somewhere there in the list. Animated Alex, imagine The Walking Dead did a 20-something time jump or 20-something year time jump, and Alexandria is not even a community anymore, it's a city. That would be quite a big time jump. I don't think it'll work on The Walking Dead. Maybe it will after the Commonwealth story, much like what they did in the comics, because they did have like a 10-year time jump. But where we are in the story right now, that doesn't work. King Ken, Cindy did not come back in season 10. No, she left. She disappeared when Maggie disappeared at the same time. Animated Alex, I also hate that Fear sets up potentially good storylines, like Logan getting redemption arc. Could have been interesting. Yes and no. I think Logan wasn't a character that you could redeem. He wasn't an interesting character. If he was a more interesting character, yeah, that would have been promising, but he wasn't. But I do agree with you that there are some small potentially good story arcs that they just ruin. Or they don't do with it what we want them to do with it. Animated Alex, maybe the Daryl movie could be like No Man's Land app. I haven't played that, so I have no idea what that's about. But we know that it's most likely going to center around his mission or him on a mission to find Rick. So we know pretty much what it's gonna be in terms of the plot, but I don't think they even know about the details at this point. It's still a rumor. Let's not forget that it's still a rumor. Leo, what do you think? Aaron and Alden kill Beta together. It could be it would be good. Yeah, those two could do it. I think though, someone like Negan and Daryl teaming up to kill Beta would be a better option. But Alden and Aaron could be good as well. Who knows? Maybe Alden and Negan could team up. That could be interesting, both being ex-saviors. So there's different ways they could go with it, but I think having Daryl and Negan team up would be a better story than anything else. Animated Alex, whatever happened to the buffet shop? Oh, not buffet, bullet. Why did I say buffet shop? I don't know. Bullet shop. I don't know. I don't think they're trying to build any more bullets. Like I think they're at a point that resources like that are scarce, like resources that would be used to build a bullet even. So I think because of that, they've slowly moved away from building bullets. King Ken, no C was there when season 10 episode 1 was there. Look it up. Oh, she was there in 1001? I don't remember. Okay, I could be wrong then. I'll have to check it out. If she was there, then that's even more weird. Giuseppe, out of all of the characters on The Walking Dead, you had to make a council of 7. Who would you pick to be there? Dead or alive? Like, can I only choose from alive characters, or can I choose from dead characters too? And can I choose from characters that are not in the show, like Rick, or not? Let me know and I'll answer. Animated Alex, Gracie kills Beta, lol. Nah. that won't work, obviously. What if Negan joined Alpha? He wouldn't. Like I've said before, Negan didn't agree with the Whisperer's philosophy. Like, he couldn't see eye to eye with them, ever. So he could never be a Whisperer. He could never be an Alpha or a Beta. So I don't think he could ever have fit into the Whisperer's lifestyle. So he couldn't have ever, I think, joined for sure, for real, because he's just not that type of person. Or he doesn't roll that way. I don't know how to explain that. Giuseppe De Rosa, anyone out of the whole show. So 7 people, anyone. I would say Maggie. Maggie would be nice. So Maggie to be like a political leader, I would say. Like the political of the group. Father G to be the head of security. I would choose also Herschel, because we need wisdom. We need a little bit of moral compass on the council. That's 3. Rick, because he knows how to bring people together. Who else? Negan, because he knows he knows when to be bad and how to be bad. Be bad for a good purpose. He knows how to do that well. So 5, I would say Negan as well. 2 more. Who else? Michonne. Michonne, obviously. Rick and Michonne together, because for the same reason, because they can bring people together. I have 1 more. I want to say Daryl, but I'm going to think ahead and say Judith, because the council needs the future. So I would say Judith. So these are my top 7 picks. Before moving on to the next few questions, I do want to make the announcement because we have more people here now. So if you watched my last video, you know the announcement already, but if not, I'll talk about it again. So if you remember, we had like a new schedule for the channel that we were going to do during the off season. That's not going to happen anymore. Well, not really. So there's only going to be 2 videos that are going to remain out of my schedule, or what the schedule was supposed to look like. We are still going to have our Friday night Q&As like this one. We're also I'm also going to react to Breaking Bad, so continue that reaction series. So that'll be there. I won't be doing a Last of Us Left Behind gameplay on the channel, or a Stranger Things reaction. Those will be put on hold for now. The reason why I'm even canceling these things. The way that the YouTube algorithm is, and the way that YouTube promotes content on the channel, it seems like because we've done so much Walking Dead that they have kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of bias on videos that are Walking Dead related. So if I put a video out that's Walking Dead related, specifically Walking Dead current season related, or the latest season of The Walking Dead, not even Fear or Walk Beyond, just Walking Dead, those videos tend to do very well because they're promoted more and they are seen by a lot more people. Now, if I do it, or if I do other videos, they're not being promoted as much as others. So I could like spend tons of time on one video that's not Walking Dead related and have it not catch on, not get any views, or not a lot of views. So because of that bias towards this content, I've decided to keep this channel a Walking Dead only channel. So other videos that are non-Walking Dead related, we're still going to do them, but down the line on a separate channel. The reason I'm not doing it right now is because I want to kind of fix this channel a little bit and bring it back up in terms of the trends, because it's been suffering because of the variety of different videos I tried to do on the channel. So I'm gonna try to make this channel go back to what it was, only Walking Dead, and have the trend be where I want it to be, or the views, or the amount of people that are watching the channel. Then after that, I will invest time to build a second channel that's going to be non-Walking Dead. So anything that's not Walking Dead, it's going to go there. I do have a second channel already, so I might even make that the secondary channel. I'm going to clean it up though. There's Walking Dead videos on there, so I'm going to clean it up. I don't think I want to keep any of the videos, but I'll see. I'll go through to see if there's any videos I want to keep, but I'll delete all of those. I'll change the channel name, even the brand, I'll rebrand it, and then release the non-Walking Dead videos there. So that's how it's gonna go. The only non-Walking Dead video that's gonna still stick onto this or stay on this channel is the Breaking Bad reactions. But we'll do that and see where we are. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll do that. We'll go with the second channel for non-Walking Dead content, but it just depends how long it's going to take me to bring back this channel the way it was and make it where I want it to be in terms of the viewership. But that's the announcement. So only 2 planned videos every week on this channel. So the Breaking Bad reaction and the Friday night Q&As. We will do other discussion videos from time to time, but there won't be a schedule for it. Also, one thing I forgot to mention for the Breaking Bad reactions, it's not going to be on a particular day because it's going to shift. So one time I might release it on a Monday, once I might do it on a Friday, once I might do it on a Saturday. I might do 2 episodes in a week even sometimes. So it just depends, but I won't put a schedule to it, but we will definitely have at least 1 Breaking Bad reaction, if all goes well, every week. And then when Walking Dead is back, this channel will go back to its original schedule, which is the Walking Dead schedule that we're going to have. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump back into the questions. Where was I? I don't even remember where I was. There we go. Leo, in the Commonwealth phase, will Alexandria cease to exist because the kingdom was abandoned and Hilltop was destroyed? I think they're going to rebuild Hilltop and Alexandria. I doubt that they will have no community. I think they're going to rebuild these 2 communities. Maybe not Hilltop right away, but Alexandria for sure, because it wasn't destroyed as much. I don't think it's a good idea to completely destroy all communities and go with Commonwealth. When we get to the Commonwealth story, have them just join there, because it just doesn't work. At some point you will do that. They did that in the comics, but to begin or to start, I don't think that's a good idea to do. I think it's better to have Alexandria still, but then slowly have the characters join the massive community, which is Commonwealth. King Ken, Corona, the virus, get your ass back in this house. I don't know what that comment is. King Ken, explain to me what you mean by that comment. Animated Alex, I think the characters need to accept the fact that Negan has changed. I absolutely agree with you. Animated Alex, deep down you know the saddest death on the show is the season 1 horse. LOL, just kidding. No, the saddest death has got to be Glenn, I think. It's close between Glenn and... let me think. Herschel and Glenn. It's very close between those 2. Oh, by the way, speaking of Herschel, throwback reactions to Walking Dead, well, we might continue those. We'll see. But I did my throwback reaction to 408 recently, so That's why Herschel came to my mind right away when speaking of sad deaths. Animated Alex, I think instead of Daryl versus Alpha, we should have gotten Carol versus Alpha. I completely agree with you 100%. Giuseppe De Rosa, I would have put Ezekiel at the end. Oh, in the council, yeah, you could throw in Ezekiel there. Sorry if that was too loud. I just dropped something next to the mic. Animated Alex would be one of the biggest twists ever if Dwayne is still alive. It would be, but I don't think he is. I think that's way too far-fetched and out of the blue. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A hash. Are you going to be streaming The Last of Us Part 2 when it releases? Yes, but it'll be on the second channel, like I said. It'll go on that secondary channel that we're going to have. Because if I do it on here, it's not gonna do well. Like, no one's going to see it. Except maybe people who are already on the channel. And also, I need to think about how I'm going to do gameplays. Because there's lots of lag. Like the last one I did for the Left Behind, which I deleted because there was just so much lag. I'll have to think about what to do. I think it's partly my connection, it's partly my internet connection, but at the same time, I think it's partly because I'm connecting to it in my PC. Like I'm connecting to my PS4. I think that's part of the issue because that's where the internet comes in, because the game itself is not connected to the internet. So I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do it. How to record right from the PS4 instead of connecting to my computer or connecting my computer to my PS4. And also I'm gonna need to think about how to record myself if I'm gonna do it, because my camera is set up here, not on where my TV is with my PS4. So there's lots of things to consider. There's lots of things I need to think about. But we will definitely be doing Last of Us Part 2 gameplay when it's out. But I don't think I'll be streaming it, like live streaming it. I will release it like maybe every week, maybe multiple times a day. Not a day, a week I mean. But I won't be live streaming it because of the connection issue. Because my internet connection is not that great. It's not built for gameplays or live games. Let's just say that. Live gameplay, I mean. Giuseppe De Rosa, I should put ads on your videos. What kind of ads? Oh, you should put ads on your videos, I mean. Okay. Yeah, there's ads on the videos. We have I do monetize the videos. That's what it means. Monetizing videos means that you can put ads on it. So yeah, I do that already. King Ken, Ash, what is your favorite show movie? Favorite show and movie? I would say show Walking Dead, obviously. Breaking Bad is definitely slowly becoming my favorite. I watched like the first maybe 3-4 episodes a while back, but I'm rewatching again, obviously, because I want to remember what happened. But from what I remember, it was awesome. So Breaking Bad is definitely one that's up there. I've heard a lot of great things about it. Stranger Things was good. That's good. What else? For a movie, I would say Dark Knight. That was a pretty awesome movie. What else? The thing with movies, I can't remember movies. Like, there might have been movies that I really enjoy, but I don't remember now. Like, them being my favorite movies. Like, I don't have favorite movies in a way. King Ken, and the worst show and movie. Worst show, I would say Fear the Walking Dead. Worst movie, I've seen a lot of really terrible movies. I don't know the names of all of them. I don't remember most of the names, I mean. But I've seen a lot of crappy movies for sure. I really loved the first Jigsaw movie. That's one I absolutely enjoyed. Even the, what was that name called? Oh, that movie called with Sandra Bullock, the blindfold one. What was that called? That was also a good movie. Um, I've seen a lot of very good movies recently, but I can't think of it on top of my head right now. Epic Zombie Killer, Ash, do you think Beta is dying in the season 10 finale? Yes, I think so. A lot of people disagree with me on that. I've seen a lot of comments about that, but I still think that he is dying in the finale. If not, then it'll be a cliffhanger and he'll die when we come back in season 11. I don't think they'll have it so that he lurks around in season 11 for long. Mario 3, what's going on with channel stuff? Oh, I just went through it. Basically, just to put it short, this video is going to remain a Walking Dead channel, with the only add-on being Breaking Bad. And later on in the year, we're going to go or have non-Walking Dead content on a separate channel, which is going to be coming out later this year, like I said. And the reason I'm putting a hold on it right now is because I want to kind of spend some time and make sure this channel is where I want it to be before I move on to the, or putting an effort to build up a second brand, basically, a second channel. I'm probably going to use the same secondary channel that I have. So if you subscribe to that already, then you should already be subscribed. I'll let you know the name of it because I'm going to change the name. I'm going to rebrand it. But yeah, that's going to be all of non-Walking Dead content is going to go to that channel. Animated Alex, I think Lydia has some of the best and saddest. What happened? Why did it jump? What? Oh, there we go. I think Lydia has some of the best and saddest character growth in season 9 and 10, from in denial of her mother being bad and at the end accepting she is pure evil. Yeah, I think that part of it, I think they did a way better job in the show than the comics. But too bad that Lydia doesn't have a lot of interesting stories coming now. After Alpha died, there's really no story for her. Or after the Whispers arc, there's really no story for Lydia. In the comics, we had Carl and Lydia, and that's how her story continued. But in the show, they can't do that because Carl is not there, obviously. And we thought Henry was going to get Carl's story, which he didn't. He died. So it's disappointing. But I do agree with you that that part of Lydia's story, I think, was absolutely phenomenal. And I think that they did it very well. They did it justice. And the actress did very well playing that character and playing that transition from what she was to what she became. Giuseppe De Rosa, so why is the name Super Videos? Just curious. No reason. That's just the name I came up with when I built the channel, and the channel wasn't a Walking Dead channel when I started it. So it was just a catchy name I came up with, and I branded that. So it's kind of difficult to change a name when you brand it. So that's why I can't change the name. But there's really no reason behind the channel name. Animated Alex, you will get your channel organized eventually, Ash. Yeah, eventually. Eventually we'll get there. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, can I beat a mod, bro? Yes, you can. I don't know how many mods we have, but I think we lost one mod recently, so you can become a mod. There we go. That should be it. Leo, what was your reaction when you saw Tara at the Pike? Did you expect it? Did you like her? You can see my reaction. I did an episode reaction to that episode, so you can go check it out to see my exact reaction. But I knew that scene was coming because of the comics, so it wasn't as shocking, I would say, because I knew something was coming. But I didn't expect it to be Tara. I didn't like Tara initially, but she grew on me. But I didn't mind her. Like, it wasn't like I was in love with her or anything, but I didn't mind her. But I don't think she was the right choice for that Pike moment. Or maybe she was, I don't know. But they needed one bigger death in that Pike moment that they didn't have. In the comics, it was Ezekiel. The show's representation, they wanted that to be Henry, but it just didn't work for me. Like, that wasn't a good remix, in my opinion. Animated Alex, because his videos are super Giuseppe. That's how I explain it, but there's really no real reason behind the name of the channel. Giuseppe Dorza, what if Ash got as big as The Rock? Then I would be a superstar, a Hollywood superstar, and a WWE superstar. But I'm not any of those. Animated Alex, I think Merle's death was the saddest. Yeah, Merle's death was up there. That's definitely up there. I agree with that. King Ken Giuseppe. Oh, with the comment, you put G and you meant to say Giuseppe. Leo, what was your impression on the princess? I don't like comic princess, TV show princess. I didn't like initially, but she grew on me. But I don't think that type of character works in the TV show universe. But if they make her more realistic looking and make her character more grounded, I would be fine with her character. Giuseppe De Rosa with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. There's no question. It's just a super chat. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, man. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash. Meg Stansfield has been doing reactions to The Walking Dead Season 1, by the way. Love Meg, awesome reactor. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. When I used to watch reactions before, when I had the time, like when I had time to watch other reactions, she was definitely one I would jump on right away. Like, I would watch one of her reactions to like episodes that aired. Yeah, she's an awesome reactor. Like, I think it takes, what do you call it? It takes a level of enthusiasm to make great reactions. And I think some people have that, some people don't have that. But yeah, she's definitely awesome in that. Like, her reactions are pretty awesome. Giuseppe, I guess I'm the first ever super chat, lol. No, I think there's been other super chats, but not for a long time. So that, in a way, you are the first one in 2020. So I appreciate it. King Ken, you got mail. I'm not sure what that is. Nova Jinx, hey Ash. Hey, how are you, Nova Jinx? Glad you could join. Animated Alex, I hope we see Rick's brother in the show. I don't think we will. It'll be awesome, but I don't think we will. If Rick was still there, they could have had the Michonne reuniting with her daughter thing from the comics work the same way with Rick and his brother, but obviously they can't do that anymore. Alright, my camera battery is dying, so give me 1 minute for me to change the battery so the battery doesn't die mid-stream. We've been like going for 50 minutes, but we can continue for a little bit more. But let me just switch the battery and I'll be right back. All right, so we are back. The camera is all full with the battery, so we're good. Where was I? Noah Jenks, your video regarding Connie's return was so good. I think that's the most likely scenario, and it would be tragic if Connie reunited with her sister and then Beta kills Kelly. Yeah, I think that would be a very good way to bring it all together. Like, imagine we just see Connie in the middle of the herd, so everyone's all excited. Oh, Connie's back. Connie sees Kelly. They lock eyes. They know it's the other. They know, like, Kelly knows it's Connie. Connie knows it's Kelly. So it's like awesome. They're gonna reunite, and then boom, Beta shows up. Boom, Beta kills Kelly, and everyone's just a mess, a hot mess. You know what I mean? So I think that would be a very cool link of events that could happen that may make that moment extremely powerful and gut-wrenching. Giuseppe De Rosa, Ash use an Ethernet cable. Yeah, I've heard that before. That might be a good option. I think that's probably the best thing to do for live gameplays. Maybe live streams as well, but live streams are okay. I mean, we don't need it to be that good, but I mean, if it's set up already, might as well use it for the live Q&As as well. But I think that's a good option to explore, for sure. King Ken, why would Rick's brother go to the show? It would be better if it was in the movies. Yeah, that could be a good way to do it. If they want to bring him in, they could have him be at the CRM. Could be one of the soldiers. That could be an interesting turn of events. Leo, what will become of Oceanside? Will it stop existing? No, I think Oceanside is still going to exist. I think it's going to be just another community that it's going to be there. Oceanside wasn't a big community to start with, but I think it'll be there still. I don't think that it'll be destroyed or anything. Noah Chinks, I wonder how many people are going to die in 1016. It seems like a lot of people are going to die. Yeah, I think a lot of background characters for sure. Maybe with one or even maybe two big deaths, like major deaths. But I think a lot of background characters for sure. Animated Alex, the movies too could work. With Rick's brother, yeah, I think so. Yeah, that could be a good way to bring him in as well. If they want to bring him in, that's the big thing. Do they want to bring him in? Because in the comic story that he was involved in, didn't come to anything. Like, there wasn't too much there. You know what I mean? So they could really do anything with him. And the big question is, do they want him in the story? If they want him in the story, there's tons of different things they could do with him. Giuseppe De Rosa, Ash, have you made an Instagram yet? An Instagram for the channel? No, I have not. I have a personal one, but not an Instagram for the channel. That could be something we can do. I think that might be something I'll try to do sometime in the next few days, or this week or next week. Create a Instagram account. Maybe I'll do that. We have the Twitter account or the Twitter, Instagram Twitter account, but no one's on there. So it's just one of those things where it's like, what can we do with it? You know what I mean? So I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, I can open an Instagram account for sure, but what can we do with that? Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back, guys. All right, so I'm back. We'll go for another maybe 5 minutes, and then um we'll go 5 minutes, and then we'll end it. King Ken, Rick's brother, would be very good. I think I read that. Oh, to bring him in? Yeah, that would be interesting. Noah Jenks, if you are part of the group that's walking out into the herd, would you rather wear a walker skin than just a guts covered coat? Whisperers can see you and stab you if they see you. That's a good point. I think that both of those are bad options. Both of those are equally as bad. So just pick one and go with it. The safest one would be a whisper mask, because then you look like a whisperer, right? So whispers won't even know it's you. And walkers obviously won't know. So I think that's the best option. But they're both equally as disgusting. Let's not forget that. King Kent Bird Box. Yeah, that was the movie with... now I'm forgetting the actress's name. Sandra Bullock, there we go. Yeah, that was an awesome movie too. I like the concept of that movie. Oh, also, what's the John Krasinski movie? The horror one. That's also a great movie. That was the great movie. I think the second one came out too. The first one, what was it called? The one where the characters shouldn't make a noise because the monsters hear you. That was a great movie too. Leo, can you believe the audience of The Walking Dead here in Brazil is very strong? Yeah, I it's very interesting, and I couldn't believe it. I realized that in two ways. One is I see a lot of Brazilian Walking Dead channels. That's one. And also the second thing is when I look at my metrics, first it's the United States, like my audience, and then it's Brazil, and then UK, and then Canada. So I'm like, whoa, you know. So yeah, I was very shocked when I saw that. I don't know how much of a or how many people watch Walking Dead in English in Brazil, and how many watch like the translated version. Like what I'm trying to get at is I don't know how many people go to like discussion videos for Walking Dead that are in English. You know what I mean? But yeah, I couldn't believe it when I realized. Animated Alex, do you like Carl, Enid, or Henry and Enid? Wait. Do you like Carl and Enid or Henry and Lydia? Henry and Lydia. Wait. Yeah, Henry and Lydia. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, do you see Commonwealth being better in the show than the comics? I think so. I think they can do a lot of things better with the Commonwealth in the show. Okay, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we are going for another maybe 5 minutes, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. King Ken, I miss Carl. Yeah, sometimes I miss Carl too. Not too often, but sometimes. Noah Jinx, I'm 50-50. I'm beta dying in the finale because I honestly don't know. Yeah, I'm 90-10. 90%, I think he's dying. There's a 10% in me. I'm like, they might kill him off in season 11. Giuseppe Dorza, have you ever seen The Walking Dead in Spanish? Laughed my ass off. No, I haven't. I've seen like trailers of Walking Dead that are in Spanish, but not actual episodes. Animated Alex, I hope Jerry doesn't die, but that hug Ezekiel and Jerry had is not a good sign. Yeah, I think one of them is definitely a goner. I don't think in season 10 though, maybe in season 11. But I do think by the time Ezekiel is back, Either he won't be back, he will die, or Jerry would have died by then. I think that is realistic. I think that might happen. Animated Alex, imagine if they bring Dwayne and kill him off like Morales. I would lose hope in humanity that way. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. Hey Ash, my opinion, Lydia is better in the show than she was in the comics. She sucked in the comics, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. The Lydia Carl story in the comics was good, but that was the only thing that was good. But in the show, Lydia's story is good for more than just her connection with Henry. Because in the show it's not Carl, it's Henry. But you get my point. Noah Jinx, now the writers have to come up with some original material for Lydia, and it'll be very interesting to see what they do with her. I feel like she was great potential to stand on her own. I agree with you 100%. Animated Alex, how would people say season 9 and 10 suck? They're absolutely amazing. Season 9, I don't know. Like, season 9 I think was amazing. Season 10, I could see why people would say it's a little slow. But season 9, I would say was great. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, have you ever... Oh wait. Hey Ash, you're ever gonna stream Rockstar games like GTA or Red Redemption? Not GTA, but Red Dead Redemption, maybe. Maybe, but it'll be on the second channel. But I think Last of Us 2 is first in line. Giuseppe De Rosa, which mod did we lose? We didn't lose any mod. They're still a mod, but they just haven't shown up in any of the streams for a long time. I don't remember their name. I think there's a few. But yeah, we didn't lose any mods. Like, I didn't remove anyone from mod. It's just that they haven't been around. And then you say, who was your first mod? I don't remember, honestly. I think it was either... Let me think. I don't remember, honestly. Animated Alex, one rule in The Walking Dead, never be a pacifist or a doctor. That's a good rule. That's a good rule to follow. Or a moral compass of the group. Being a pacifist just in general is hard to do. Yeah, it is. Noah Jinx, I hear that the Hilltop has a new doctor named Alex. Well, Alex, it was nice knowing you. Yeah. Well, she could have died during the Hilltop battle. We don't know. Animated Alex, I think Princess was annoying at first, but I ended up liking her. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Noah Jinx, I definitely feel bad for Princess. Maybe she and Eugene should get together instead of him getting with Stephanie, lol. Yeah, I mean, if Stephanie wasn't in the picture, Eugene and Princess would have been great together. Animated Alex, Merle and Princess could have gotten along. I think just the opposite. Merle would have been really annoyed by Princess, I think. Animated Alex, I think The Walking Dead exploring a cure would ruin the point of Walking Dead. I agree with you on that. Noah Jinx, I can definitely see Jules, Kelly, Gabriel, and Beta dying in 1016 the more I think about the episode. Yeah, Jules, I agree. Kelly, I agree. Gabriel, I agree as well. Beta, I agree. I think those are probably the 4 big deaths that we're going to see. Or main ones. The main ones. Animated Alex, imagine Walking Dead in space. LOL. That would be quite weird. Giuseppe Rosa, would you ever let fans follow your personal account? That's a tricky one. Maybe one that's personal, but not my personal, like personal, you know what I mean? But down the line, maybe, we'll see. Animated Alex, Walkers on the Moon, LOL. King Ken, what was that stream in the background? That scream in the background. That was just my brother. He was just being funny. They're actually playing some Call of Duty right now as we speak. And they don't want me to play because I would destroy them every time. Animated Alex, did someone stub their toe? What was the noise in the background? No, that was just a scream. It was someone trying to ruin the stream, but obviously things like that are not going to ruin our stream. Epic Zombie Killer, Kiona Hash, are you a fan of games like GTA or Red Dead Redemption? I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. GTA, yeah, I think it's a fun game to play. Not a fun game to stream, I don't think, but it's a fun game to play. To blow off some steam. Epic Zombie Killer, it'll be cool to see a Walking Dead game similar to GTA or Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, like an open world one. I agree with you 100%. I think we need a game like that with great epic quality as well, like graphics, like Last of Us. I think that'll be awesome. I would pay for it and buy it, play it. I would play it every day if they do something like that. That would be awesome. Noah Jigs, an open world survival game based on Walking Dead content would be so epic. Absolutely. I don't know why no one's doing it. It's great marketing wise. I don't know why no one's doing it. Leo, did you play the game Walking Dead with Clementine, Lee, Kenny, Luke? This game is so great. Yeah, I did play it. The content is on the channel. I don't know where we were. I think we finished season 1. We were in season 2, if I remember right. But I lost my game data, so I kind of couldn't go back to the rest of it. Animated Alex, I think Rick was right in season 8 and Daryl was right in season 9. What do you mean right? Like what part of what they were saying was right? King Ken, everyone keep typing so the stream doesn't end. It's going to end sooner or later. So I'll just go for 2 minutes. Animated Alex, but King Pen, my fingers are tired. Oh, King Ken, my fingers are tired. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, when do you see Stephanie getting introduced in the show? I think in the next episode, in the finale. Like, I don't think she'll be there for a long time, but maybe like a minute or two, or maybe 5 minutes at the most, maybe 10 minutes. I think it'll be near the end of the episode, but I don't think that we'll see a lot from her. Rebecca Mendez, don't be a horse either. Don't be a horse either. I don't know what that's about. On The Walking Dead, I think that's what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. If you're a horse, you're a goner on The Walking Dead. King Ken with an angry face. Animated to Alex, do you think Stephanie will look hotter and younger on the show? I think so. The younger part, yeah, because we know the actor's playing her. The hotter one, yeah, because we know the actor's playing her. Animated Alex, CRM has no idea what monsters they brought in. Oh, monster, yeah. You mean Rick? Or Jadis? Animated Alex, because Rick and Daryl had a conflict for a while. Oh yeah, the Daryl and Rick conflict was interesting in season 9, I think. In season 8, their conflict was forced. But in season 9, it was good. Leo, do you think that Carol and Daryl will never ever gonna die on The Walking Dead? I think Carol is more likely to die than Daryl. But I think if they want a really big death, then they would kill Carol. But I don't think they'll ever kill Daryl at this point. Alright, so that's pretty much for the stream. I see Anna Twink just joined. Hi Anna, glad you could join. We're shutting the channel, or not channel, shutting the stream down. We've been going for like an hour. So thanks for joining, but we gotta shut it down. But thanks for joining, and thanks everyone for joining and asking questions. Thanks for joining, asking questions, and supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you, Giuseppe, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, we'll go 1 more minute. I'll listen to you, King Ken. We'll go 1 more minute. Just because Anna just joined. So for Anna, we'll go for another minute of Q&A, and then we'll end it. So get your questions in. So we'll go for another minute, maybe 2 or 3 more questions. If not minute, we'll go for 2 or 3 more questions. And then we'll end the stream here. One more hour, that's not happening. Animated Alex, you've been spared, Anna, LOL. Yeah, we'll go for another, like, maybe 2 minutes. 3 questions. 3 questions max. And then we'll shut it down. I'm keeping track of the time, so if there's no questions, we won't go for more than 2 minutes. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A hash. Overall, is the show better than the comics? That's a very tough question. Overall, I would say yes, the show is better than the comics, but I would prefer breaking it into different story arcs. Because some arcs the TV show did better, but some arcs the comics did better. So I don't think it's fair to compare the entire show to the entire comics. I think it's better to compare them arc by arc. And I've compared them before as well. But they're very, very close. But I think the show just does it a little better than the comics. Anna Twink, did you see Jeffrey Dean Morgan's family did a live stream? Yeah, they did live with the Morgans on AMC. I watched episode 1. That was pretty fun to watch. Animated Alex, 1 more year. I don't think you want another, or you want a full year of stream. Trust me. Animated Alex, how would Shane react to the whispers? I think the same way that Michonne. I would say that's a tough one. Before the Pike scene, I would say that he would want to hit back right away. He would first try to understand what the hell this group is, but then he would try to destroy them. But after the Pikes, I think he would be more cautious about his moves, because he would see the destruction that a wrong move can make. Anna Twink, Q&A, were you disappointed with how the comics ended? I wasn't disappointed. I loved the way it ended. I was disappointed that it was rushed. I do think it was rushed, but I wasn't disappointed with how they ended it. I think it was a clever and it was a good way to end it. I just think that it was rushed a lot. Anna Twink, 1 more decade, 1 more century. Leo, here in Brazil, they are creating the theory that some whispers stayed alive and will go to Commonwealth. What do you think about that? I think that's a strong theory. There were definitely whispers that were just trying to survive. So if they found Commonwealth, I think they would have definitely wanted to join. So I think that makes sense for them to join the Commonwealth. Not the ones that were very loyal to Alpha, but maybe the ones that were just trying to survive. Yeah, I think so. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. Or by the way, Ash, what's your favorite zombie show or movie? Favorite zombie movie? I Am Legend. It wasn't really zombies. It was, I don't know what it was, but that was a great movie. I've heard a lot of great things about Train to Busan. I'll have to check that out. Anna Twink Q&A, do you think Virgil would be a regular character eventually? Honestly, I don't know what to expect from him. I didn't even expect him to come back. So now that he is coming back, I'm very intrigued and interested to see where his story could go. I think he could definitely be a regular character. He's a great actor, or the actor playing him is great. His character needs to change a little. It needs to be a better character, but I think, yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential for that actor to make that character great. Yeah, Animated Alex is right. Virgil will be the first male at Oceanside. King Can Q&A, who do you think could return to the show? Who do you think could return to the show? Maggie's returning. I don't know what you mean by that question. Epic Zombie Killer, mine is Shaun of the Dead. I think Shaun of the Dead is more of a comedy horror movie, I would say. Unless I'm getting it wrong. Anna Twink Train to Busan is amazing. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things. I might have to check that out. King Kent Train to Busan is good. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. All right. Last question or comment from Leo, and then we'll end it. The hospital of season finale is the same hospital of Beth's death. Yes, it is. I talked about that on my Easter egg video for the previous episode. Check it out if you haven't. If you're interested, I talk about that there. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining and asking questions. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Giuseppe, for the super chat. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for my reaction to Breaking Bad next week. And also stay tuned to other discussion videos that we might do later this week. But yeah, thanks everyone. I'll see you guys soon.